That's all.
That's all.
No, it's because it's
Electric.
Die Pilgreens, die von 17.960 Kilometer in Thailand gestartet sind und dann eben jetzt München besucht haben, 2 Tage lang und ihr tolles Tuk Tuk auch vorgestellt haben.
und ein bisschen die Wärme des Novotels genossen.
Natürlich, einfach mal aus der Kälte, aus Garmisch kommend, jetzt nach München und da war das natürlich ganz gut, dass sie bei uns nächtigen konnten.
So, hier im Novotel sind jetzt die Pilgreens für 2 Tage abgestiegen, die schon ziemlich lange unterwegs sind, habe ich gehört.
Ja, mein Name ist Ludwig Merz. Ich komme ursprünglich aus Diessen am Ammersee und habe nach meinem Studium in Frankreich 1 Jahr in Thailand verbracht. Und wir hatten in Thailand zu dritt die Idee, mit einem elektrischen Tuk-Tuk zurückzufahren von Asien, über Südostasien, über China, Kasachstan, Russland, die Türkei, Osteuropa, sind wir jetzt nach 17.000 Kilometern rein elektrisch in München angekommen. Ich glaube 17.900 sind es jetzt auf dem Tacho. Und wir fahren weiter nach Paris und Toulouse in unserem elektrischen Gefährt.
So, how was the travel?
How was the travel?
It's been great. We met wonderful people, and the main thing we've been in our minds, we've had in our minds was charging the tuk-tuk, because this tuk-tuk is electric, and it was really challenging to cross over all those borders and travel such a distance. So every day when we arrive in a city, we have to think that it has to be charged somewhere, so we can then travel the next day. We had a few problems on the way, but mostly it's been good. If we're here today, it means that we've charged.
So you didn't get problems with the different cable and electricity systems?
We did, because sometimes the energy supply, especially in China, was not so good, and also we had a small problem in our plug of the charger. We got some extension cords in China, and the plug actually of it has got burnt a few times, so we had to deal with this. And also we got to be in some situations where we had no more battery, which means that we pushed the tuk-tuk on a mountain, and that was an experience.
So you met a lot of nice people on the way?
Okay, 99.9% of the people were amazing, and usually because you don't expect much from someone, because in Europe you're used to being in your bubble, and if someone touches you, it's kind of a crisis. But there, they just come to you and they just ask how you doing, and if they feel you're cold, they just come back with a coat, a huge coat that you don't know where to put, and it's like this every day. So we get either food, friendship, or whatever. We get so much.
And from the technical side, the tuk-tuk did the whole way without any problems?
This is where I think the electric vehicle is kind of, superior to conventional cars, because the maintenance we had to do was so little. I mean, the only maintenance we had to do was mechanic. So, the first statement is that there's nothing going wrong with the electric. We had no issues at all, except the first day when we were drowned by a stretch of water because we didn't waterproof it. That's the only reason. And so, apart from this, we had almost no problem with the tuk-tuk whatsoever. The only thing we had was the axle, so it's like a mechanical problem.
Am Ende wird die ganze Fahrt in Toulouse das Ziel finden, aber zwischendurch seid ihr noch in Paris, weil?
Richtig, weil in Paris findet ja Ende dieses Jahres die UN-Klimakonferenz statt. Man darf es nicht vergessen über all die negativen Nachrichten, die jetzt über Paris im Moment in den Medien sind. Und wir haben dann einen Stand auf der UN-Klimakonferenz, einfach um für sauberes Fahren und für Elektromobilität zu werben. Und wir werden auch ein bisschen Taxi spielen und unser Projekt vorstellen. Yeah, and today I'm here in Munich with my 2 friends that did the tour with me together. So we have Rémy on the right-hand side, and Karen in the middle. With us, two French students, and we all three studied international management at Toulouse in the south of France, where we're going to.
Personally, it was I was craving for a challenge anyway. So when those two guys who were in Bangkok studying, came up with this idea of traveling with a tuk-tuk, and they Skyped me because I was in Paris. I jumped in and I jumped on the screen and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm coming. So this is how it started, the idea, and then we were looking for something bigger than just a travel, and obviously the priority was the environment at that time. It's still on.
So you're still studying?
Oh, and I'm still studying. Just took a little break.
I was studying. I finished a couple of months ago. So actually I went to Bangkok for my double degree in management with Ludwig, and that's where it all came up. The whole project we had to build over a few months, collect the money, and now we're in München.
And they wrote their thesis on the way, on the road. So they pretty much graduated while we were in hotels with loud music, and so it's kind of a miracle that they graduated.
It's quite an experience.